Okay, so dear Dharma practitioners, be comfortable yourself and relax your body and keep your back straight, neck head straight in one line and your right palm on your left. So gently close your eyes and bring your attention to this bell sound, and while you're focusing to the sound, mentally relax your body, relax your mind and relax your breathing with your thoughts. So do nothing extra. Just follow the sound, please. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Homage to the Blessed One, the Exalted One, the fully enlightened one. So dear Dhamma practitioners, in these ongoing meditation sessions, we mainly try to give some basic informations for yourself to practice and develop a very clear spiritual foundation with meditation. And at the same time, that whatever the technique you practice, it has certain benefit to gain to your conventional life. So out of that conventional development, there is a way that you can bridge it to your spiritual wisdom. So it's all happen when you put this to practice. Because in Buddhism, the one of the important thing, even though we have the Dharma, it's all kind of like informations, map. So once you put it to practice, then you can recognize it. Even certain things not for conventional understanding. Even conventionally by words, sometimes you can't understand things. So that's why it is your responsibility to put it to practice, and through the practice, what you recognize will uplift you. So then how you know what you recognize right or wrong? Because when you have the clear recognition, then yourself, you know that. And at the same time, it is important to listen to the Dhamma. So when you listen to the Dhamma, so by the time you can become very clear. So as you know, when in this pattern, it is nothing to do about something that you gain the knowledge from outside. This is more about our inside mechanism. So the meditation is a kind of like a window that we can see ourselves. Because there are many ways that we can have the windows to see the outside. But at the same time, how about from the window, when you look at the inside, what you see? So ourselves, meditation is kind of like a window. It allows us to see inside us. And when you see inside you, Then you recognize this, how thoughts arise, why thoughts arise, and how these things happens. So that understanding will take you to deeper detachment regarding your own feelings, thoughts, emotions, kind of like. So when you are capable to detach from your own feelings or the emotions or the imagination, that's itself is a kind of like a freedom. So in our conventional life, it is important for us to understand that what is the behavior that we carry within us. What is this enlightenment means? When somebody attained to the enlightenment, what is the difference? Because it's not going to gain some kind of any physical change. It's all happen mentally. So the same eye, same ear, nose, tongue, body, mind, and the same outside things. But the way the enlightened person understand, the way ordinary person understand, two different way. Same eye object and the same physical eye, but regarding the eye consciousness and the attachment towards the eye consciousness, that what ordinary person have, the enlightened master doesn't have. Same ear object, the ear consciousness, but regarding that ear consciousness, the enlightened master doesn't take it as a kind of like a permanent name or the form. So nose the same, the nose object or the aroma or the smell the same, but when the nose consciousness arise, the enlightened master knows this is how this arises. But what we do as ordinary people, we go into the smell. We don't recognize how this arises. Tongue, the tongue object the same tongue, and the mechanism of the tongue the same. And when the contact happens, the tongue of consciousness arise. But when the tongue consciousness arise, when we feel the taste, what happens? The enlightened master knows how that taste arises. But what happened to us? We create a kind of like imagination that taste is in the outside. Kind of like when you eat something, if you feel good, you think it is in that food. But the taste is not in that food. So the taste is arise here. And when you hear the music, you think that all the instrument, there's the music. No, the music, the whatever you mean by the music arise here. And the sensation. So whatever the sensation arise, the body object the same, the body the same. When the contact happen, the sensation arise. So then we think that sensation is with the other person or other object. No, the sensation arise here. There is no sensation. But it is a part, it ignites this. So the mind the same, the mind object, that means the thoughts. When the thoughts arise, thought is not the mind. When the thoughts arise, the mind can experience it. So like that, what we do, we go with the object. We imagine, we create a kind of like a name and form related to the object that we experience. Related to eye, ear, nose, tongue, body, mind, consciousness. And following that, we create a object. So because of that, what happens? We believe there is something exists like that. Of course, there is something exist. There is this cup exist. We can touch it, But the thing is, when the touch happens, that the body consciousness arise not in this cup. It arises in my palm. So like that, always remember, the enlightened masters knows exactly how it is. But ourselves, even we listen, even we know, we can't grab it. At least sometimes we can't grab this eyes and eye object separately, ear and ear object separately, nose and nose object separate. We can't grab like that. Even though we know in a very conventional level, what we see, we can't hear. But in day-to-day life, when we experience the life, we take this everything as one package. So when your mind becomes sharp and clear, what happens? You are capable to separate these things. You are capable, once you are capable to separate, you know how it happens. So that's why through the tranquility mind, through the vipassana mind, you develop this understanding. You develop this wisdom. So at the same time, today we are going to talk about in this conventional life, as ordinary people, we have certain behaviors in our mind. With our eye, ear, nose, tongue, body, objects, and with eye consciousness, ear consciousness, nose consciousness, body consciousness, tongue consciousness. So with this, we have certain behaviors. It is very important for you to understand that. Because in day-to-day life, once you know this, it will help for you to little bit slow down it. And at the same time, when you practice little by little, you can get some kind of idea about what is this enlightenment. So the very first level, what happened when something contact with our eye, that is where eye consciousness arise. So when the eye consciousness arise, feelings arise, and out of that feelings, form, feeling, perception, volition, so the recognition arise. So there are volition, perception, so behind these feelings. So for the ear, the same. When the consciousness arise, and then it go with the mental formations, sanskara, cankers, or the memory. And at the same time, what happens? It ignites the thoughts. Your eye consciousness, ear consciousness, nose consciousness, tongue consciousness, body consciousness connected to the mind consciousness. And so there, we talk mind consciousness separately also, but when it comes to the deeper mind consciousness connected to this all five. There is a nature, it's called pidana. The pidana means it creates some kind of pressure. This thought, the rising thought. And once that pressure arises, what happened? That thoughts push the mind to go with another thoughts. So it always push your mind to have another thought, another thought, another thought. So the thought itself, this is a behavior of thoughts. This is a very kind of like a cognitive behavior that we carry within us. So, but the thing is, through the meditation, what we does, we reduce this pressure that happen inside us. As example, you close your eyes and keep your palms together and don't move your body and observe inhalation. So then the mind the push the certain kind of thoughts, or do this, do this, do this. It's kind of like having unbalance. It's kind of like a unrest. It's like a tornado. It's like a wind, and push you to it bring the thoughts to do something, do something, do something. So it's called kind of like a pressure. Create thought, push, thought, press other thoughts. So that is where these thoughts keep happening again. And there are some people, they can't stop it. When they start to think about something, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. They can't stop. But there are some people, suddenly they can change the thought pattern. And so once you become aware about your own mind, you are capable to maneuver the thought pattern. So if it is necessary, if it is profitable, then you can go with it. If it is unnecessary, unprofitable, then you can stop thinking. So that is one thing. So enlightened masters doesn't have this thought pressure inside. That means when they see something, hear something, smell something, taste something, feel something, when the eye consciousness, ear consciousness, nose consciousness, tongue consciousness, body consciousness arise, in that very moment they know about it, and there is no internal pressure with thoughts to keep thinking about it. So then just imagine how peaceful, because just moment of experience. There is no internal kind of like a boiling. It's kind of like a no internal volcano. But ourselves, when we see something, when we hear something, smell something, taste something, feel something, maybe whole day we keep thinking about it. Maybe 1 week, 1 month, 1 year, maybe some people can't sleep after once they see something and they want to get it, they want to go there once they hear something. You know, just imagine they heard something, somebody blamed to kind of like that, you know, then keep thinking about if somebody says something bad, oh, keep thinking, maybe whole life carry it inside their head. Or maybe smell some good or food or something, and then they keep talking about it, you know, and try to get it somehow, and eat something. One day they had the taste and they keep following, and they travel place to place, maybe country to country, to eat that. So how it happens? It's a power of thoughts. So thoughts always keep pushing you, and the sensation the same. If somebody touch you, if you be with somebody, or if you feel something good, then somehow you try to hold it to that. So this is happen, these thoughts, one thoughts start to multiply. It's kind of like a, you know, this digital photocopy machines, like a 500,000, you know, within 1 minute, 2 minutes, it can, you know, print. So like that, our mind bringing more thoughts. This is the pressure. So then through the meditation, you can calm it down. And in day-to-day life, remember to apply that to your life. If there are too much thoughts, then change your action. Do something else. Change the place. Change the topic. So in that way, you can break it down and have the awareness towards it. So that is one nature that enlightened masters has. They don't have that inner current or volcano. The next one, so it called pidana, the pressure. The next one called sankata, that means the formed. So it's kind of like when with our eye, ear, nose, tongue, body, mind, when the consciousness arises, through that consciousness, there is a recognition arise. But that recognition, for the enlightened masters, they know how it arises, but ourselves, what happened, that whatever arise, we kind of like whatever originated or experience, we take it as a one thing. But the enlightened masters say that whatever originated or anything originated or the conditions comprise all phenomena of existence. It's conditions bring together this, not such a one thing we experience. So ourselves, we see this is a cup, and we become very limited to it. We separate it from everything and we take it as one thing. And like that, whatever we see, whatever we hear, oh, he blamed me, he saw this, she told me this, he told me this. So like that, we take it as one thing. Or smell the same, oh, it's like this. So taste the same, oh, this is so good. Like, we take it as one thing. So that is the very nature of the conventional life. So once the mind tranquilizes, once you have the vipassana knowledge, critical analytical understanding, that is where you see how things come to be as they are. And that is where the enlightened masters always, with eye, ear, nose, tongue, body, mind, even though the same eye object, same ear object, nose object, tongue object, body object, mind object, same consciousness, eye consciousness, ear consciousness, nose consciousness, but out of that consciousness, what they experience is not going to take as one, but we take it as something. They know how it comprise, how it compose, how it come together according to the cause and conditions. And they see that cause and conditions. That cause and conditions bring that together. But we don't see cause and conditions. We see something else. We see maybe our imagination we see. Forget about the cause and condition. We see what we think. So that's how we go with the world. So that's why always remember yourself. When you experience something, slow down and don't try to take it as one thing. If you look very carefully, if you withdraw a little bit, and if you divorce from the moment of experience and look what it is, then you will see. And the third one, santapa. So the first one, vedana, that's mean the thoughts, bringing the pressure to have other thoughts. The next one, sankata. So that's mean the form, how it origin, that we don't see the cause and conditions. Third one called santapa. So santapa means uninterrupted continuity of consciousness. That means thoughts, uninterrupted. It's continue. It's go like looping, connecting together. So when it happened like that, what happened? Your pressure go up, the heat go up, that you feel high. Your heat, kind of like the body getting warm. The mind start to go fast. So one kind of, as example, that when you see with something, you start to think about it again and again and again and again and again, then kind of like it continue as one thing. And when you heard something, maybe you heard that one word or few words, but still after few days, still you keep hearing it inside you. But there is no such a word like that. But you keep hearing. But enlightened masters not like that. Because before you, this is the technique that you have to understand. So let's go with this cup. Just imagine, before somebody create this cup, there was no cup in this world like this. Just imagine this cup made yesterday. So before yesterday, there was no like this cup. So after it created, it happened. Now you have this. So like that, this is the thing you have to understand then, if you can catch it. So whatever you think with your eye, ear, nose, tongue, body, mind, moment of experience, before that contact happened, it was not there. It was not there. Before you heard it, it was not there. So if you're capable to understand that, and after you heard, now you, when somebody says something, now it's keep going. And by the time you believe there is something like that. So you forget that before you heard it, it was not there. So how this, even the one word came to you and gone, it's anymore not there, but now how you hear it. This is uninterrupted continuity of your consciousness repetition, thoughts. That's how everything that happened in you, like you take it as past. So it was not there and it happened. Why it happened? It happened according to the necessary cause and conditions in that moment, in that environment. And you experience it, and whatever you experience, it's gone. It was not there, and it arises, and after it arises, it gone. But still, as a history, what is happening in your head? As thoughts, unbroken, story keep coming to you. From where it comes? It comes within your own mind. Again and again, each and every thought interconnected. It's uncontinuous, that the repetition. So then, with the enlightened master, it doesn't happen. Why? Because when something happens, they recognize, then it arises according to the necessary cause and conditions. And when the cause and condition, when the conditions not there, the cause disappear. So same like And they know before it happened, the mind was free, and after it arises, once the contact happen, you experience when it's contact's not there, it's gone. So they know that process. But ourselves, we are not like that. We always hold it to something and keep continue. So then always remember, in the very first level, what you need to do, cut down, break down this unprofitable, unwholesome thought pattern. Replace it with profitable, wholesome thoughts. And first you have to develop that kind of good current and good vibration, good heat inside you. And then by the time it will bring some kind of confidence to settle down. Once you have it through the vipassana, you can slowly get out of that also. Right away, it is very difficult for us to get out of the unprofitable, unwholesome actions. Don't try to do that. I can't say don't try it. You can try it. But the thing is, sometimes it becomes very difficult suddenly once we start to change something. So that's why there are many methods. Person to person, maybe things work in different ways. So you can try it. But most of time it works once you start to replace it with something. Like when little babies, when they sleep or when they take something to their hands, if you right away take it, they cry. So what you can do, slowly you give something else and then you take. Like as example, these little babies, if they take your, the cell phone or something valuable, you can't just take it. You give something and then slowly take it. So like that, you can do right away. You can't shift to emptiness. So first, you have to replace wholesome action, wholesome thought patterns, profitable thoughts pattern. So in that way, little by little, you can drop this current. So otherwise, always heat. Burning. This is why we call the burning, santapa. The mental burning will then go to the body, and then that, as you know, our nerve system, sympathetic nerve system, parasympathetic nerve system, is work naturally with the connected with the breathing. So with your mind, this uninterrupted thought pattern, continuous, this conscious interference, build up unnecessary heat. So in that way, what happened, one thing is it attack your lungs and then you forget to breathe. So then the heat inside is going to boil. Then it damage all your organs. And that's why, like anger, anxiety, depression, ignite the cancer cells. Why? Because the good cells you kill. You are the one who killing. You are the one who destroying. It's kind of like holding anger, anxiety, depression, fear. It's kind of like missiles. You put it to yourself. So don't boil out. Be cool. So that's how you can be cool. Drop this thought pattern. Don't allow your thoughts to continue in the same way. Interrupt it. So that is one thing. And that is where the heat not going to happen. So like, just imagine you have this firewood, you put together and then it start to burn very well. But if you separate, and then it's not going to. So the thoughts the same. Thoughts the same. So you burning, 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 burning. And not only that, then what happened next? You tell to somebody, and that person also and tell more things regarding that, and then you get boiled more and more. So that's why don't, when you get mad, angry, disappointed, don't tell to anybody. And try to cut it down inside. When your heat go up, it doesn't matter for good or bad, anything. Okay, when the heat go up, it may be emotion ignite, and you inside you kind of like a volcano try to blast. So don't tell to anybody. Change the thoughts. It bring the coolness to inside you, and it bring the coolness to outside also, other people. So, and the fourth quality is called viparita. So the viparita means that enlightened masters see the change within everything, but we don't see. We hate change. We don't like change. We try to maintain, everything the same way. We are struggling. That is another kind of like suffering. Keep things the same way. It's not easy. Another way we call maintaining, managing. You can say whatever the word, but still, it's difficult, hard. We don't want to accept the change. But look, but just imagine this enlightened masters. They see the change, they be with the change, they accept the change, they go with the change. With everything, not about something, with I object, I consciousness, knows object, knows consciousness. So within this whole body, there's everything. Whatever arises, whatever experience, they go with it. So those are 4 qualities in our conventional level as ordinary people, what the way we behave, and once you attain to enlightenment, how the enlightened masters experience the world. One is Pidana, that's mean thought, put pressure on thoughts to keep thinking about it again and again and again. The next one called Sankata, so that's mean dual of a form, and we take it as one thing. We don't see it arise because of cause and conditions. Third one called Santapa, so that's mean uninterrupted continuity of consciousness. It brings the heat and boil out inside again and again, again and again. We keep thinking about it. And the Viparita, and we don't see the change, but enlightened masters see the change within everything. So then, whenever you have time, then in day-to-day life, as ordinary people, practice this within yourself, little by little. So then by the time you get the kind of like a little bit experience, and you start to open towards that. You put the seed into yourself regarding this enlightenment. So in that way, by the time when you become matured with the practice, and at the same time, when you become matured with life, you will understand how beautiful that kind of mind. So that will have the faith, conviction, trust to go towards that. Because without that, if our faith, conviction, our trust is somewhere else, maybe we keep doing things for another reason, we will experience certain things, but we cannot get into the very depth. So that's why this information will help for you to understand why we are not enlightened and what is what happened when we enlighten. So with that, let's get into practice a little bit. So your right palm on your left and neck head straight in one line and be comfortable with your posture. So bring your attention to your body and scan head to toes yourself and say Sopatveva, or may I be well and happy 3 times. Take a moment and think. We gathered here in this moment to practice this ancient meditation technique. All the Buddhas, all the enlightened masters followed this path and achieved wisdom. So we also gathered here to accumulate that knowledge in this moment with this sitting. May my body become more comfortable. May my breath be more smooth. May no difficulties come to me. May all the success come to me. Also think for a moment. This is the last moment we're spending in this very lifetime. And detach your mind from all your past memories and as well as any kind of future thoughts. Just try to remain in the present moment, observing the sensation of your inhalation and exhalation. So in the beginning, deeply and gently, breathe in, breathe out 3 times and find the sensation, please. And keep your attention to the sensation. Allow your inhalation, exhalations happen itself. Do nothing extra. Bring your attention to your body, please. Observe your posture. We cultivate loving kindness and compassion in our heart and radiate it as a light through entire your compound, village, city, state, country, world, around this universe. Also as far as you can, through galaxies, other planets, stars, reminding yourself like this. With clear intention, mentally repeat after me. May all living beings in this universe be well and happy. May everyone be happy and safe. And may their hearts be filled with joy. May all living beings live in security and in peace. Beings who are frail or strong, tall or short, big or small, visible or not visible, near or far away, already born or yet to be born. May all of them dwell in perfect tranquility. Let no one do harm to anyone. Let no one put the life of anyone in danger. Let no one out of anger or ill will wish anyone any harm. Expand the loving kindness and compassion beginning from your heart. Forward. Visualize yourself and send it as a light. to your backside. Your left side. And to your right side. Downward. And upward. To all 6 directions at once, like the moon, the sun, spread the light, spread the energy, without any condition, without any limitation, without any resistance, or without any judgment. Let your heart to shine with the loving kindness and compassion from the bottom of it, with the maximum effort to the highest, wishing yourself, may all living beings in this universe be well and happy. Say sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. So first of all, we offer this practice to the great qualities of the Buddha, Dhamma and the Sangha. Also by the power of this meritorious deed, may all of us attain to the supreme bliss of Nibbana. May all your guardian angels and deities will receive these merits and increase their longevity and protect all of you from any kind of planetary influences or any ill effects. Ittavata cha ammehi sampadam punya sampadam sabbe devanumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya. Sabbe bhutanumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya. Sabbe sattanumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya. Imaya dhamma patipattiya buddham pujemi dhammam pujemi sangham pujemi. Addaya imaya patipattiya jati jara vyadhi maranam ha paribunjisami. Idam me punya kammang asavakkaya vahang hotu sabba dukkha pamunchatu. Bless.